Welcome back to another episode of NFT Catcher Podcast. We'd like to remind everybody that nothing on the show is meant as financial advice, and to please do your own research. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Now the subject is NFTs.
They're known as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.
NFTs are exploding in popularity.
This is a technology that will forever change the way people interact.
So it is happening whether you understand it and like it or not.
This phenomenon is moving. The digital.
You have now joined Jenny from the blockchain and Michael Keene on the NFT Catcher Podcast.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the NFT Catcher Podcast with me, Jenny from the blockchain, and my co-host, Michael Keene. And today we have joining us for the Sunday recap episode, YungContent, who I'm pumped to have on. Oh, shoot. He's got a signature sounds, I guess. But yeah, YungContent is honestly one of the OG content creators in the space, OG streamer. I remember before I even started my Jennifer Top Shot YouTube channel, almost a year and a half ago or so, YungContent was out grinding, streaming on Theta, on Twitch, on YouTube, and still to this day, grinding away, streaming all the time. And yeah, just a true OG. So we're happy to have him on.
Thanks for having me here, guys. MK, Michael Keene, and Jennifer Soto, it's a pleasure. Your podcast is all over the airwaves. I've seen it, I've noticed, and keep pushing. It's beautiful stuff.
Thanks, brother.
Yes. And before we get started on, what has happened this week, I did want to read our reviews for the month. Thank you so much to everybody who took the time to write reviews. We got 3 new reviews this month. We got 3 reviews last month, so I'm trying to get one more person to write a review so we can beat last month and get 4 reviews. So if you're listening to this right now,
I'll probably submit.
Yeah, you totally could.
Submit.
Apple Podcast. Write us a little review. I always tweet them out too. But first up, we got Rue38, who said, "Great podcast hosted by even better people. Thanks for the hustle and always putting out great shows. Sincerely, rafw.eth on Twitter." Next up, we got Hort4CY, who said, "Jenny and Michael are awesome. The NFT Catcher pod quickly became one of my favorites. Jenny always sounds so enthusiastic and fun. Hey. And Michael is always dropping knowledge bombs." Nice. "It's fun to hear them talk about the NFTs that are definitely out of my price range and the new projects they are following. Their catch-up episodes and interview shows are all worth the time to listen to. Enjoy." That was very nice for you. Thank you for that. And finally, we got A_Pacman, who said, "Looking for an NFT podcast? Well, look no further, as this is one of my favorite podcasts out there, covering the NFT landscape and bringing on awesome guests. Shout out to Michael and Jenny. Keep it up. A_Pacman from Twitter."
And they need to give a little. The next one needs to give a little more love to Andy. Sometimes he gets love in the reviews.
Yeah, although Andy doesn't really care too much, but
no, he does. He does. He doesn't let on.
Andy's like the invisible man behind the screen, trying to just be the one pulling the strings. But yeah. Anyway, YungContent, welcome into our Sunday recap episodes.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Super happy to be here. It's like 10 o'clock over here on the East Coast, so you guys live in a whole new world. Are you Michael Keene in the East Coast as well?
I am. I'm typically near Miami, but right now I'm up in the Atlantic City area, Jersey Shore. Yeah, I was at a wedding last night, family wedding.
Let's go.
And traveling around. I'm right near where my mom lives down the shore right now.
You convert any people into NFTs over there in that family wedding?
I didn't try and convert. Lots of talk about it, but I didn't try and convert.
Conversion ratio.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. Now, I used to bring people on, but right now it's like they want to know what to buy, and it's like I'm not sure exactly what to buy right at the minute. So I don't want to.
Jenny from the block is literally building.
Building.
Still building.
I feel like we got to start this with the biggest news that has happened in a while, in my opinion, which is the fact that there were 2 CryptoPunk Ape sales. One for 2,500 ETH, so $2.6 million, And the other was for 2,691 ETH, $3.3 million, which is crazy. And they were both CryptoPunk Ape sales, which I don't know how many apes there are. I know there's 9 aliens. I forget how many CryptoPunk apes.
No, I think there's very few. I think the apes are the lowest, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, the aliens are the lowest.
The aliens are the lowest. Okay, then I'm off.
What about the zombies?
The zombie. Oh, there's the zombies too. We got to figure this out. Yeah. What do you guys think about that?
I thought there was only 8 apes, but I could be. You're probably right. What do I think about that sale? I mean, it's there. Those sales are higher than any ape sale that's ever happened. That's good for them. It's the punks have kind of the momentum right now. One of them, for perspective, sold for $10 million the last time it sold.
Wow.
So about the same amount of ETH, but for $10 million.
Right. Yeah, it was
just for perspective. Yeah.
Yeah. I just found out there's 88 zombies, 24 apes, and 9 aliens.
Okay. So, you're right.
So there we go.
If you saw on Twitter today, everyone was like, "What would CryptoPunks be without Yuga?" At this current point in time, I saw a lot of those tweets today, and it got my mind rumbling. CryptoPunks really, they were the elite club. They didn't really do events. They didn't host things like that. They had their own internal community that was trying to do that stuff. But would these prices be here if you didn't acquire them? Do you guys think?
You know what? I personally think yes, because I don't know. I feel like punks kind of stand the test of time, and they're just one of those things that they just. I mean, yeah, they haven't been as popular as Bored Apes and done as well during this bull run. This bull market this past year, 2 years, but still, I think I kind of feel like it would have happened anyway.
They're still not the oldest.
I don't know.
NFT in the space. You got Pixel Map and things that predate them. So
rare
I don't know what I guess it's just they have that celebrity lore. That VC lore to them. What do you think, MK?
Yeah, man. I think this particular run kicked off when they hired, and I'm missing the name of the guy they hired to run branding. One of the OG punks, Yuga hired him. I don't know if you guys remember that happening about a month or so ago.
Not GMoney? No, right?
No, not GMoney. I can't think of it, and I'm sorry. I might try and look it up when you guys are talking in a minute.
It's not that Guy Osiri guy, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
We'll say his name is Anon for Web3.
No, that's just
Sure. Yeah, but it's somebody that you guys would know, and they hired him, and the floor was 48 ETH at that time, and I was actually. Jennifer might remember I mentioned a couple of times I was actually kind of itching to get one, but I didn't. And they hired him, and the floor started inching up, and then it settled a little bit. But then, for whatever reason, it has had its moment again right now. I think there's probably a good chance that it flips to apes this year. I think that flips it back. I think there's a pretty good chance. Would it have done exactly this with that? I mean, maybe not the exact same path. It would have had its moment at some point for something, but being with Yuga probably gives people more confidence. That's something, you know what I mean?
Better than being with Coca-Cola.
Yeah, right.
Young, have you ever had a CryptoPunk?
No. Shout out to the homie Danny Ukes. Shout out to Danny Ukes. I could have went for it. I was hunkering down on other plays, but when you're on Twitter and that funny meme, it's if don't talk to me if you don't have more than $100,000 PFP.
Right.
And I let these guys live. I respect it. It's just I'm not chasing that FOMO right now because there's so many plays to make in the bear market. So
there are, yeah.
Fair.
I would like to have had one, but it's obviously it's a lot of money. It's whatever. At that point, it was $50,000. It's a lot.
Didn't they have some insider trading beef going on as well? They pumped before the news of all these influencers and
there's always things pumping right before news, and it's
yeah.
Dang, what the heck? All these people knowing the secret information. But yeah. Did you guys see Premint was hacked, the site, and then some people signed malicious transactions, got their NFTs stolen. It was a whole thing. I was up at 2 a.m. like last night seeing all the tweets. I was like, oh shoot, like it was happening in real time. Pretty bizarre.
Yeah, I'm pretty bummed about Premint. Just they had a lot of momentum. I thought their security was top notch. I've used Premint before, so now I have to revoke .cash this stuff. And if they, this is why it's so important to get your security right. And some people say that they can't trust Premint no more. I wonder how they bounce back, what kind of announcements they make on Twitter, and how they kind of heal these wounds. Do we know the damage of all the stuff that was lost? No, probably all.
When I had checked late last night, like while it was happening, USD value was like $200,000 worth of NFTs at the time. Not sure what the final count was on that. Yeah. So yeah, that's unfortunate. This is a good plug. I don't know when we'll upload it, but this week we're interviewing a cybersecurity expert, and we're going to have a whole episode, our first educational episode, dedicated to NFT security and best practices. So stay tuned for that, folks. We'll definitely have to talk to her about, this whole Premint thing happening as well. And just get some good tips and advice and some good,
maybe not degen so hard.
Yes.
Maybe stop chasing free mints or something. I don't know.
So the newest one, the actual website was hacked, and where you would like connect to the website.
Yeah. So there was this. So they had said,
while you're looking, because the one before that was the one where there'd be a scam project would post on Premint and say, hey, here's your raffle for our
So what it was they said a file was manipulated on Premint by an unknown third party that led users being presented with a wallet connection that was malicious. Wow. And it said it only affected users who connected a wallet via this dialogue after midnight PST. And there was this certain screenshot they included. And they took down the site early this morning to fix the issue. So, and people were signing this transaction that said set approval for all. And that was where people were getting their wallet strains from that. So yeah, it was pretty wild. Just being on Twitter, while that was happening late last night.
So Premint's been caught up in a lot of it recently. That is a shame. Yeah. I have one of those tokens. I have one of those Premint tokens.
I don't know that I've ever used Premint. I think
I've used it a bunch of times.
Yeah. I don't like that you have to when you'll do whitelist stuff on there and everything, you have to connect your Twitter and everything. Your wallet. And I'm I don't like connecting my Web2 stuff with my Web3 stuff. I don't know. It just seems a little sus to me. So I don't. Yeah. For that reason.
The Premint route is, it was fun at the time, chasing rarity, but now that flippers are destroying floors, you could probably just snipe after, so you don't have to get your wallet compromised after the project releases.
Almost every project, there's a good time to snipe. You're right about that. Almost everyone. Yep.
Be a little risk averse, or I think that's the word, and maybe just do your sniping on OpenSea or something else instead of having to do that.
Sure.
Young, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this, because I know you're an NBA Top Shot OG. You joined even before me, August 2020, pretty early on during the closed beta. And one thing that they just launched, which is, by the way, huge in the Top Shot world, is that there's this new team leaderboards thing where you can actually lock your moments for a whole year and earn rewards, which everyone's really excited about that. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that.
Wow,
Are you locking any moments?
Rewards? I mean, they gave me trade tickets at that time. I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with Roham, and you know me in that Discord. I was, a lot of memes, a lot of trolling, a lot of just trying to help people in the most respectful way. But locking up rewards. I guess that's their version of a staking model. Do you know the rewards you get, tickets to games, or their own currency? Whatever happened to Hardcourt?
Oh shoot! I know, right? Oh my God, Hardcourt! Whatever happened to Hardcourt?
They were pushing that a long time too.
Yeah, they're supposed to come out with this NBA style, arcade style game.
Where you use moments, maybe take moments out of circulation, wagers. I heard it was all that.
Yeah, we were promised a lot of things, and I think we've kind of seen it all. All the different things that they've said that they're going to do. And, a lot of things we're just kind of waiting for. It's just a lot of waiting with Top Shot, but I'm excited something has finally come out that's, I think a step in the right direction, locking moments. I went ahead and I locked a handful of moments, and actually I'm number 16 on the Orlando Magic leaderboard currently.
Sheesh.
Oh wait, no, 13 currently.
APO.
I'm probably gonna get taken over soon. APO.
Number 13 on the worst team in the NBA for the last 25 years.
Hey, come on. I like Florida though, so Orlando Magic. If I can go to get courtside tickets or something, I don't know what the perks are, but hey, you never know.
I really hope that the perks are they really thought about it like with like an economics degree or something. I mean, the perks have to be there, and if they're not, you're just gonna get more just angry Top Shot fans, and they're out there. AG, shout out to you.
Yeah, and the first rewards are in October of this year, so a couple months away. But I guess the benefit to locking your moments early is that then it gets unlocked a little bit earlier, So. But yeah, I guess they're going to announce what the rewards are before they happen to keep it competitive and your rank kind of helps determine a better reward as well. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
The days before degenning. Shout out to Top Shot. You taught us a lot.
To Top Shot, our roots.
Hearing you guys talk about Top Shot reminds me just like Vivi. I don't know if you know Vivi.
Vivi, shout out to Vivi. Shout out to my boy. Yeah. It's wonderful.
Ah, nice. That's what's up. Yeah. I was VVOG. I was there back in early 2021.
David Yu.
Yeah. I interviewed David Yu a couple times.
David Yu.
Yeah. I know all those guys. We had Mitch Putnam from Mondo on here. I work with Jermaine Rogers. Like, I love that crew, but it's kind of the same where they're like, they promised a whole bunch of stuff that hasn't really happened, just the same.
Did they ever promise like a deflationary aspect of taking the tokens out of supply?
Well, that would help. I think they do burn the tokens.
Yeah.
If you look into the OMI, I think they do burn them. They promised like a master collector program where and I don't think they've quite launched that yet.
They got VVverse.
The VVverse is promised. I mean, hopefully that'll come and land. They hinted at.
Yeah. You got to give them. You got to give it to these. Even Top Shot, as much as sometimes I troll them, but you got to give credit to people who are trying to still build here and not just completely rug pull.
Absolutely. And Vivi's doing that. I have all the respect in the world for the Vivi people, and honestly, I probably do think in a couple of years they're going to be, they're going to be top of the heap at what they do, unless they lose Disney. They might lose Disney because Disney's doing all kinds. Disney's like, they're going to be putting a lot of hooks in the water.
I heard that Disney partnership is not solidified. That's like big news in the VV world.
Yeah. Well, they've been dropping Disney stuff. It's solidified, but it's not exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah.
David, they've
dropped magic. A bunch of stuff. Yeah. They've dropped a bunch of like Star Wars, like really cool stuff.
How about OpenSea laying off 20% of their team due to crypto winter? And they said the broad macroeconomic instability, which I also wanted to note that they said that everyone they let off is going to receive generous severance, healthcare coverage into 2023, and accelerated equity vesting to those it applies to. So that's nice. But yeah, I guess they just wanted to give themselves 5 years, which is quite a long time of runway.
I don't know why they make so much money off fees.
Yeah.
There was some controversy around, first of all, people making jokes on, one person got let go, as if there's barely anybody
only
working
5
for
people
OpenSea.
there.
Right. And then people saying like, you raise so much money, like you have so much money, with royalties and everything.
There hasn't been an OpenSea token I have heard of.
Yeah. And people are just wondering what they're doing with all the money and, why they have to let go of 20% of their team. And then I saw a lot of tweets of people coming forward saying they got let go as well.
Yeah, maybe that 20% is used to buy blue chips, so then they can come back even stronger.
Oh no. Wait, what was his name? Was it Bradley? Maybe he'll come back. Bring Bradley back.
No, you're talking about the guy that's
what was his name?
Nate.
Trying to get,
Nate.
Oh, was it Nate?
Nate Chastain.
Nate Chastain.
Oh, why am I saying
Nate
Bradley?
Chastain.
Who's
Some call him
Bradley?
Nate Chastain.
Okay, Nate. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Metamori always tells me to have grace for Nate Chastain. I don't know why, but Metamori is a good guy. What are you gonna say, MK, about that?
No, I was gonna say I've actually heard from a few people, not even with respect to this, but there's a lot of talent out there, really smart people that now have a lot of experience in the Web3 space. You know, there's a need to like kind of fit them into place, because I know a lot of people are still looking for talent and it's hard to find. And there's some really smart people. I've heard from a couple of my friends that are looking for jobs in this bear market and Web3 and different things like that, you know.
I find it funny that OpenSea and Coinbase do layoffs or like major cutbacks in the same week in the same announcement. It just shows you that these players are playing in the same like discords or the same pools.
For sure.
Looks Rare is hiring. I saw that they had replied to OpenSea's announcement. They're like, "We're hiring. Come work for us." Nice. Like, okay, good.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yo, did I just see you drink cherries in your water? You know.
Oh my God, I had to. I have LaCroix with some cherries. YungContent, his brand is cherries.
I'm gonna show you real quick. My talisman.
Oh my God.
Cherries every day. That's alpha plays only. APO.
Okay, what's with the cherries though? We need to know, you know, what's with the cherries, Young?
The cherries.
Why cherries?
The cherries, I adopted it. I don't know how. Oh yeah, I know why. I was shooting my NFT Guru skit, which was making fun of gurus, and in the set, which was a friend's house in Charlotte, she just had a bunch of cherries in this like spaghetti bowl, and I ended up taking a photo of that in the jacuzzi and then using it as my podcast cover. So just that whole it symbolizes like a guru. It's just part of my story. So it's funny.
Yeah. And also you've been working independently in the Web3 space for, I want to say almost a year now. How has your journey been, like, you know, being kind of like a freelance person working in Web3?
I've been working in Web3 unintentionally since like 2017, 2018. And it's just been interesting, you know, creating my own community. And there's a lot of, you know, GMoney just created his own 1,000 curated community with those, his curated lists with those tickets. So I feel like I'm kind of like a pioneer when it comes to like community development with the dojo. And yeah, it's been really cool to see people in the dojo and see them win and work together like a community think tank. That is really the power of NFTs. So I'm just super grateful to connect people, and I want to do it more.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, I remember I bought your maybe it was even your first NFT.
Yeah,
the figurine of you. Was that the very first one?
That was the OG. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, for sure.
The toy doll of you, which was really cool. It was like this 3D model. It was dope. And that was actually my second ever ETH NFT besides CryptoKitties. Whoa. And my first time ever and my only time ever buying something on Rarible. Because I remember it came out on Rarible, if I remember correctly. And yeah, I was like, you know, I gotta support the homie. YungContent was one of the first people to really support me and like kind of like spread the word about me when I started my YouTube channel, and forever grateful for Young. And you know, he's always just grinding away, like so good at I was just watching one of his live streams literally the other day, and yeah, he just puts out a lot of content and everything, so we always appreciate.
No, you inspire me too. I mean, you're one of the most powerful women in Web3. People better recognize. I know you're humble about it, but definitely bow down for sure.
Facts.
When you walk in a room, people know that Jennifer's in there, and you kind of know how to. You're a character. You're your own. You know yourself. You're so self-aware, and yeah, you got a lot of love out there, and I'm so happy you're in the dojo, and you're only going up from here. You and MK for sure. MK, I just barely know you, but hey, stick around with her.
It's all good, brother. Nah, you're right about that. I'm lucky. I love Jennifer. I second all that. She's amazing. And you should see when we go to these events, like everyone comes up to her and is like taking pictures.
Stop.
It's awesome. No,
You
it's
guys
the
are
truth.
too kind.
Yeah, you made-
Young, you're the only one that has ever called Michael MK.
It says
Bro?
MK here. I never noticed that. It says MK here.
Can I call you
Yeah.
bored ape number blank 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 blank? Or-
8475.
No,
You
it's
call
funny,
me,
though.
call me whatever
8475?
you want, man. No, it's
Okay.
it's usually Mike, Michael, whatever it is.
I like
it, does,
it.
it does say MK here. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
That's funny.
Mortal Kombat.
And for those of you that don't know YungContent, I have to say you kind of look like Cheech Marin's son.
Oh yes.
Is that-
It was funny because Chong posted something yesterday.
Okay.
And it was funny, and he got a lot of reactions. And then I post my face, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, let's smoke sometime. I'm your nephew."
Yeah. Ah.
And I got a lot of reactions. I really like Cheech and Chong. That's my spirit animal. Cheech, Marine, I love you, father.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up. You know, funny enough, Andy and I, our producer, we worked on their project, the Homies.
The
Homies in Dreamland. Yeah. We worked on that. I went out to LA. I smoked with Cheech and Chong, spent a whole day with them. Shot promo material. It was amazing. Yeah.
Any tequila shots?
No, I don't drink.
Okay.
And I didn't see them drinking.
Okay.
But Tommy was certainly smoking all day. Like Tommy is literally exactly who you see in the movies and like hanging out. Like,
that's him.
That is
He's
him.
not faking it to make it
He's
at all.
not faking it. And Cheech is absolutely brilliant. We talked about traveling around Spain. He opened up a museum in Riverside, California, just in May. It's called the Cheech. He's one of the largest art collectors for Chicano art. Like, brilliant guy.
Dude, if you could get me and Cheech on the same show, I would love to talk to him. I'm just saying.
All right, I'll see what's up.
That would be cool.
Put it out there. We could theoretically get them on here one time. I could reach out and try and make that connection. Yeah. And we'll pop you in as a surprise and be like, Cheech, we did a DNA test. Make like it's like Jerry Springer.
Oh my
like, this is your son.
He's like, you bastard.
Yeah. Railroad
Why didn't you
him
tell
on
me
the
earlier?
podcast.
I could have made you a star.
Funny. So what else is going on this week? I noticed that BYOPills, or as they were saying in the Twitter space, BYOPills, celebrated their first anniversary. Young, you into that project at all? Did you ever get into that, BYOPills?
Yeah, man. I hear people talking bad mouthing the BYOPills, but
Ooh.
I think they're amazing. I think you guys have been around. So there's a certain type of theory. Whoever sticks around longest is going to be around longest.
Yep.
I forgot the theory name, but yeah, BYOPills all for it. Is it a good entry point? I don't have any. What do you suggest me?
Yeah, I mean it's.
Well, you don't have any? Come on.
I need my first one or something.
You might. It's a whole ecosystem. There's like Jennifer and I are coming up on our 1 year anniversary also. And this is one of the ones we talked about from the very, very beginning because both of us were into it. There's a pill, which the last I looked, and this is outdated, but I think it was like 0.7, 0.75. And then there was like the vape and the key and the ship and now the land and the apostle. So they've given a lot of value and a lot of NFTs. And they keep building. They're building this game. Like everyone's building a game. So that we have to kind of see how all that plays out. But I really like the whole vibe. And I was in one of their Twitter spaces when I was driving around this weekend as they were celebrating. And
I love that.
Pills are down to 0.35, FYI.
0.35. Well, yeah. That's not bad. Not
you
terrible.
know who kind of, I hate to say it, but shit the bed, House of Kiba with Kiba's
with Kiba
exiting.
leaving.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why did Kiba leave? So the Pocket Dimensions came out.
Didn't do too
and
hot.
then I guess they didn't do too hot. Yeah,
No.
which I mean, 1 ETH, like that's pretty steep. And I didn't
They
even,
went crazy.
I didn't even
crazy
mint
with
them.
that. Yeah.
And then
ETH was
Kiba just
$3,000 at the time too.
left. Yeah, and then
Yep.
Kiba just left. And then everyone's like, what? Like, what happened? So, I mean, I still have my House of Kiba Genesis membership. I don't really know what's going on. I have seen trailers, like they're still building, they're still coming out with stuff, which is awesome, but it was definitely like a shock, to find out like the founder just, dipped and not much word from him. And I've met him in person a couple of times too. He's a chill dude, but yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, that was strange. Jennifer and I both have Genesis memberships.
Me too.
I'll never
Yeah,
did you buy it at 500 when it
I
was
bought it
500?
at 4 ETH.
3. Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
the top. Damn.
Top.
That was
for
pretty
sure.
high. Yeah. I minted it. I minted it for $500 right before it sold out. Not sold out, right before they stopped it and burnt them. And I got a hate. Like I said, I'll never complain. I got a hate beast. Sold that for like 80. And Jennifer will remember when they put out their Gen Zeros. I went in real quick and got like the number 7 because if you had the Genesis membership, you could get one of those early ones, and sold that overnight for like 7.5 ETH or something when ETH was really high.
This goes to show you that. Shout out to the other side. People have the attention span of a grape in NFT space.
Yep.
So you got to give them something to play with. I feel like what Kiba should have did was just like let people play the gutter mansion, like people, even if it's beta, even if it's like pre-alpha, like let people run around. It stimulates them a little bit, and they build more camaraderie. Let them talk, proximity chat, and you can save a project that way. Just give give these DJs something to play.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
it's a lot of it's also a lot of projects 1 year anniversary. You're saying like, oh, it's BYOPills. I know Carlini just posted today that Penelope's 1 year.
Penelope's is 1 year. Yeah, Cool Cats just passed a year.
Yeah, a lot of her work.
Don't sleep on Carlini, that's for sure.
No.
Yeah, Carlini's awesome. Yeah, it's a lot of like this is around the time, and I know.
Yeah, Gutter Cats was right around now, probably.
No, Gutter Cats already had their 1 year.
They already had their 1 year. Okay.
Right, Young, you would know. You're into the Gutter Cats a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, celebrate. That's awesome. That's a celebration going all over. I'm pretty sure they had a lot of cakes, a lot of board meeting cakes been cut.
This is basically enough time for Bored Apes to get popular, and then everyone that wanted to drop a project figured out how to drop one in like that window.
Yeah.
They're still following Bored Apes by the tail. It's funny. It's they're leading the way, and then we're just trying to catch the crumbs. That's the truth. Funny.
That's the truth.
It's weird.
Yep. Speaking of the Bored Apes, do you guys know that StepN app, the move to earn or whatever?
Oh yeah, I use it.
They did a Bored Ape drop, and I didn't sign up for it. I had no idea, and I missed it. And
those are like 2 ETH right now.
I know. Don't
unopened.
remind me. I know. Don't remind me. Yeah. I missed that. Badly.
It must be nice just getting free stuff all the time for having the conviction of holding a JPEG.
It's pretty nice. It's been ridiculous. I mean, the token, it's been ridiculous. I would have liked to take that 2 ETH, but I might not even have been able to get it because my hard wallet's locked up and I'm traveling, so I don't even have it. I probably wouldn't have been able to connect.
Yeah, StepN is doing interesting things. They're about to burn 6 million of their token. They're going to be moving to Ethereum, a new realm. They're doing like burning of their shoes. Yeah, I think they did that Bored Ape thing just so they can have I don't know why they did it, but are you supporting StepN from that? No, not really, right?
I mean, maybe if I would have got it, maybe if I would, but I don't know.
If you had got it though with the 2 ETH, do you know what you would have spent? Any plays you would have made?
Honestly, right now, there's a lot of things I kind of like to buy. I wouldn't mind having a Clone X right now. I would. There's definitely some projects, like some of the ones I really like Smileverse, which is one of my favorites, is low. I wouldn't mind buying
Smiles.
Yeah, we love those. We love them. And I would love to buy, but I'm also looking, I'm just like, man, ETH at 1,200, ETH might double and the projects might not go up that much. It's just nice to kind of have some ETH at this point with it so low, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know absolutely. It's a tough, it'd be fun to buy a whole bunch of JPEGs and buy a whole bunch of NFTs that I love, but I don't know. I just feel like ETH will be back, and I'd like to ride that up because that's sometimes the easiest thing to do is to do nothing. You can outsmart yourself if you start.
Yeah. In the dojo, they talk about, shout out to Nanthrax in the dojo. He's talking about September should be a really, they say their quantitative tightening is happening in September. So a lot of these loans that or bonds are getting pulled back in. So they're not liquid in the system or whatever like that. So I don't know. They say September could be a doom and gloom time for all assets.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm just literally trying to stack my nest egg in USDC or something, you know.
I hear that. Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, none of us know if we knew we'd be billionaires, like what's exactly going to happen. You just got to kind of play it smart and make sure that, you know, you're not over leveraging yourself. We saw a lot of people get into trouble when the crash started happening in, you know, May and June. And it's
I was going to say, I recently put transfer 1 ETH into Top Shot. And I might transfer another ETH into Top
you're
Shot
going for Top Shot. You said you did some
going for it.
cash in there.
Is it going up ever since that time?
No, it's kind of it's kind of like, in my opinion, at a steady low right now. Like, it's just kind of been steady. And you know, I don't know. I've always been bullish on Top Shot long term, and I've always wanted to just have a really nice S1 collection. So I'm just kind of working on getting more S1 moments. That was really like and WNBA. I like WNBA as well. So that's kind of my goal. And it's just I'm just kind of having fun with it and just putting more money in and collecting. Your money goes so much further on Top Shot than with anything. You know, I could buy a couple NFTs with my ETH, or I could buy freaking hundreds of Top Shot moments, you know. And so
watch that play boom for you too. Watch it boom for you,
that'd be great.
hopefully with the new season coming and the prospects. And
I'm thinking the locking, I kind of feel like you know, because I'm locking some of my moments, but then I also want to have moments that aren't locked in case, you know, stuff happens and people want to buy moments, and then all of a sudden a bunch of people's moments are locked, so they're not selling them, and then the prices start going up because people, you know, their moments are locked. You can't buy, sell, gift, you know. So I don't know, but yeah.
Put that same. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I put that same effort into Gods Unchained too, because you know you're gonna get those Gods rewards.
Dude, I've been playing. Oh my god, we have a funny story to share, Young. We got So I Gods Unchained, which by the way, Young has been playing Gods Unchained for longer than me, even like over a year, right? Maybe 2+ years. I've been playing Gods Unchained for maybe a year and a half. It's just a fun blockchain game. And the cards are, you know, NFTs. And
it gets your mind going. It helps your mind. It helps you, you know, it's a mind game.
It's a mind game. It is. And so recently I had kind of taken a break, couple months, didn't really play. Recently, I've been kind of playing a couple times a week just for fun, you know, during lunch and stuff. And so I was playing a game and I was like, damn, this person's hard to beat. And you know, it's getting down to the wire and we're both running out of cards, which it's like, it's rare that you know, run out of cards. And I'm like, dang, this person's good. And this is a really good game. And I look at their username and I see Ill Glory. And I'm like, that's YungContent. And then Young literally calls me and he's like, yo, we're playing each other right now, huh? And it was just so bizarre because we just randomly matched. And it was just like crazy.
And funny thing about Jennifer, she beats me a lot. I hate to admit it. I'm not going to be one of those macho man and be like, hey, I never get beat. You know, she does beat me a lot. I don't know how she does it. So it was good to get the W on her this time.
Yeah, he ended up winning. Yeah, I was like, no, I was upset. But we played each other a lot, and on YungContent streams too. If you guys,
I do have them on the stream next 2 weeks in August. So the beginning of August.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they're going to be talking about Gods Unchained and their new reward system. Nice. I hope that Gods token will incentivize. This is why I think Gods Unchained, Gods Unchained and Axie. I was around for that time. I could have got into Axie. I should have got because they had a lot of liquidity and a big boom. But it's the tortoise and the hare here. So I really think Gods Unchained, they're growing steadily. They didn't grow too fast. And if they just implement some good rewards and for early adopters, I think it could boom. And we'll be playing all the time.
What's the best way for people to find your stream if they want to hear about that?
Just follow me on Twitter at Young Show, or YungContent.io.
Nice.
Young without the O.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll link it up. Just we can throw it in there. Just make sure people know.
It's always good to say it too. Though.
Yeah, I'm sure it's really interesting. I'm going to start checking out your content as well.
Yeah, and actually, I was going to say we just had Rude Moose on, who she said she has over 2,000 Gods Unchained cards. And I'm like, sheesh. I mean, she has just so
Does she
many
have a
NFTs,
Demigorgon? Did you ask? A gold diamond?
That's like your favorite Gods Unchained card.
Oh yeah.
No, I do not know which ones. I don't even know if she knows which ones she has.
Rude Moose. If you have a gold, diamond, or shadow Demigorgon, please let's talk. I will buy that.
Please let's talk. DM YungContent. Young, I feel like Young has always been early to things too, like early with Top Shot, early with Gods Unchained, a lot of things. And Theta too. I never knew what Theta was until he would stream on this platform called Theta, which it's like a Web3 streaming platform, and you can earn like their token and everything. And Young's always ahead of the curve with just new technologies, Web3 technologies, and like utilizing them. So
you want to hear some ahead of the curve stuff? I'll give it to your audience.
Please.
You probably already know this, but I'm always searching for new catalysts like Top Shot, because Top Shot was they say it's a once in a lifetime moment, but I believe those once in a lifetime moments are going to happen again with the amount of users that aren't touching NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think Dr. Disrespect's game, NFT-based game, Project Moon, that is being play tested right now. I don't know if you know Dr. Disrespect, but he's one of the biggest esports streamers. Oh. He's a personality himself, millions, billions of views, and he has an NFT-based game called Project Moon, and it's going to be coming out in August. They're play testing it right now. I feel like if you get those early assets, like if you got early on Top Shot, you are going to win. Play to earn, especially a battle royale like Call of Duty that can attract a lot of people to play and earn their assets. This will be the first real, there's a lot of shitty, sorry to curse, but FPS good shooters in NFT world. So we need a real solid one that'll attract all types of people to play. Then they get to the understanding of NFTs, and then they start degenning and buying all these other projects. So I think it's going to be a big catalyst, and that's why I'm positioning myself to get those early assets from Project Moon by Dr. Disrespect.
Nice. It's a good one.
I just looked him up. He literally looks like you with the thick mustache and the long hair.
He's a character.
Dang, Young, you just look like a lot of people here. They're Dr. Disrespect, Cheech from Cheech and Chong. Who else we got?
Frank Zappa.
Or something like that.
Who's Frank Zappa? Now I gotta look
Who's Frank Zappa?
You don't know Frank Zappa?
Oh no, she's a young buck.
American musician. Yeah,
American musician. Yeah, Frank Zappa.
That's what it says on Google.
But Jennifer,
that's what he is. That's what he is.
Don't you have Alpha too? You put me on Cryptoys. I'm like hunting for everything Cryptoys now.
Oh shoot! My sister's flying to Comic-Con in San Diego on Thursday. They're because they've just announced their partnership with Mattel, and they're flying her out to kind of go out there and everything. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, Mattel's like makes Barbie and Hot Wheels and all these different toys. So
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah,
all that. Mm-hmm. Didn't they make Play-Doh? Aren't they Play-Doh?
Really?
Play-Doh?
Isn't Play-Doh Mattel?
You gotta look these up now.
You could just have Play-Doh PFP.
No, that's Hasbro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. No. Oh my god, I love Play-Doh.
I love the smell of Play-Doh.
It smells like
If I could eat Play-Doh, if there was like a dessert that was like Play-Doh, I would eat it.
Oh my god,
that was good for you.
Well, you could just make dough and have it be like that's what Play-Doh. Play-Doh's basically like you can make it with like flour and water and
you can make it
something else. Yeah.
I've eaten Play-Doh before. It tastes salty. Yeah.
I have kids. That's how I know. I looked it up and you can make it. You've eaten it before.
Tried Play-Doh?
No, I have not.
You have. I'm just
okay. You could probably bake it into like a little cake.
Oh, that would be good.
Mix a little sugar in there, a little butter. All right. We're off topic.
Okay, I'll reel us back in here. Oh my god, I got it. Maybe I'll share this in the chat or something. But someone sent me an NFT, and another one of those Jenny from the blockchain hair traits, which I always appreciate. So I have to shout out All In, One Out, Their project, it's a citizen, and I have purple hair, I have a crown, I'm holding 2 guns. Yeah, it's a little intense, but
Oh wow.
check it out. I just sent you guys the link. And you guys can check my wallet too if you want
These
to
are
see
cool. I
it.
like these.
Right.
Nice.
So I gotta
We
thank
could
them for the
influence or
gift.
pump this, not financial advice.
Nah.
No, I just like to thank people that
Just
send me
kidding.
gifts with my hair
NFA.
trade. That's always a,
It's going to
always
be an
cool.
easy 15th floor in just a month. I promise.
15. Maybe I'll list mine for 15.
I
They're selling
promise.
cool cats and blue chips for this.
I promise. I promise. I'm selling my ape and I'm buying all the
Oh shoot!
citizens that I
Don't
can.
He's diamond handing everyone.
Yeah. Gonna hold forever.
Trust his diamond hands.
Yeah, dude. That's funny.
I love when you get honorary pieces. Fox Fam did an honorary piece of me and Tropo Farmer for their project, and I
saw
ended up buying
yours.
it and telling that whole community.
I saw yours, dude. That was such a cool because it has that it had the beanie, your signature pink beanie,
Holding the cherries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did go with that. I love. Yeah,
Cool.
honoraries are always fun.
We need a Michael for you to get an honorary, dude. You
I know.
deserve it.
I'm waiting.
Come on, get Michael
Oh,
honorary.
come
Somebody
on,
out there, DJ on the project.
Look it up.
Let's go.
But here's
It's
the
time.
thing: nobody knows what you look like.
Right. I'm not.
So would it be best off your ape or?
Yeah, they could do. Yeah, probably my ape.
Traits?
My ape's more handsome than I am. So.
No, you're a handsome looking
Damn.
dude. You look
Even with the
like
crazy
Patrick
eyes?
Swayze in his prime.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Whoa, nice.
Telling you. Watch out for him.
Nice. I like it. How about I've been keeping my eye on the stats. I haven't been as dialed in as I normally am traveling around, but I've seen like the Saudis and the Jews and the Americans. What the heck is going on with these kind of projects? And it was like
You got
the Saudis went up to like well over 1 ETH.
Oh,
Yeah, the
I saw
Saudis-
crypto Twitter was pumping that though, like crypto
Yeah,
BitLord or
influencers
something.
were
He was-
pumping that for
yeah,
sure.
mhm.
Once my buddy Mark the Habibi calls them out and they don't listen. So Mark the Habibi is a real, Middle Eastern,
Okay.
Habibi. And
Sure.
he was like, these traits don't represent the culture at all. This is kind of embarrassing. And I trust Mark the Habibi, he's a really great artist in the space, been doing it a long time, has a really solid community. Yeah. Why use your ETH to chase these weird deep plays when you can just double down on something you trust, value the assets you currently have, and build with those teams instead of just like throwing your ETH away. ETH is precious right now. So I don't see those going anywhere, honestly.
No, right. I know it's down. I looked, it was like 0.43. I looked before we started recording. This is Sunday night, July 17th. And yeah, and but then you notice like the Americans, and there was literally one called the Jews, and it was like CryptoPunk Jews with like taluses on and stuff. Like I just, it's weird.
Was it rabbi approved? I don't know.
No, probably
rabbi
not.
approve that?
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that.
It has to. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe if Adam Sandler's was behind it or something, or like
right.
somebody,
Seth Rogen could get away with that.
And you just can't drop these things without like this clout. I feel like clout is everything in this NFT space. It's weird. So.
Yeah, we go through these like cycles because once one's popular, then there'll be like 5 million of them. Goblin Town was popular, so then you had Elf Town and Witch Town and Goblin shit and Goblin piss and Goblin monkeys.
Dude,
and
a lot of people are adamant that goblins will be the next blue chip, but I just don't see it.
Let's see what they're at now. Let's check.
They're 2.9.
Oh,
They're
you got it under. Okay. All right. We don't have to look it up. Fact check right here. 2.9. Yeah. And what did they get? Didn't they almost get up to 10? I want to say.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You're probably right. They probably had their moment in the sun at this point.
Yeah. I don't see them going back up to 10.
I feel like if you don't have what other side is providing, like you're just not, I don't know. It's hard. It's like go back to collecting art on Nifty Gateway and Super Rare if you're gonna just because those artists appreciate and really care about like their names in the space.
Yeah, people are looking for something different in an NFT project than they were, January, February. They really are. They're looking for something different. They're looking for a real business model to some extent, for the most part. And the ones that are gonna go up and up and up.
What are some of your favorite projects, NFT projects right now, Young?
I want to hear yours first because me and you share
come
a lot of the
on.
same conviction in a sense. But what is yours?
Oh man, right now my favorites, dude, I don't even know. I like I said, I'm kind of getting really into Top Chart right now. So, but as far as ETH stuff, I mean, I still love my doodle. Been diamond handing that.
No rider rips, apes. No rider rips.
I don't have any rider rip apes. No, no, I do not have any of that. I'm not a huge fan of like the flipped version of things. Like, I was gifted a Funk back in the day by Franklin, and I just kept it because I was like, oh, it's a gift. I'm gonna keep the gift. And then it started pumping like crazy. And then he reminded me that I had it. And then I was like, is it okay if I sell it? And he was like, sure, go for it. And I sold it for like 0.6 ETH. And then they pumped up to like 1, and now they're like, down. But
0.1 or something.
yeah. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of like the flipped version of things, or like the same thing, but like, it's like copying another project,
Copy
but
pasta.
different. Yeah, it's
For
like,
sure.
I would say one of my favorite projects, or do you want to say your favorite project? Undervalued one, Jen?
No.
Okay. I would say for me, this is not shilling because I actually work with the team, try to help the team. I believe in what they're doing. It's Ape Reunion. Ape Reunion for sure. If you see their developments on their game, they have a 3-man team, full stack developers. They're coming out with on-chain pets very soon. These apes are fully animated pixel art that are animated. Some of the most beautiful pixel art you've seen. The game development itself it's what I was alluding to earlier. Just give people a place to play, a place to proximity chat, a place to kind of use their ape. You see how Loopify tried it with Treeverse. That was fun. We need something like that. So I believe that Ape Reunion is going to have a game client very soon where you just like walk around with your ape, talk to each other. The on-chain pets, the lore, everything is being developed, and their team is competent, trustworthy. They do spaces a lot, and you can just feel the vibe of genuineness and sincerity behind what they're doing. Even when they first minted, they kind of started the free mint meta in 420, April 20th. They were a free mint, and now they're sitting around 0.08 from a free mint holding. They haven't rug pulled. They're here for 3 months, so. Ape Reunion, and then of course, like your Huxleys, like from Ben Morrow, and I kind of am interested in what God Hate NFTs is doing. You can believe in what the IP or Bobby Hundreds or whatever, but just them trying to diamond hand a community and hold your assets is pretty inspiring. Because I'm tired of seeing floors crash, and sometimes in this NFT space, you're playing against VCs and influencers that know VCs and have all this information. So for God Hate NFTs to kind of hold their floor like this is pretty inspiring. But yeah, I've just been watching the meta.
Hold their floor? Like, are they? Because you know how that wizard thing came out where they're like, if you list below 3, we will burn your NFT. And they're literally like burning people's NFTs if they list below 3.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
I honestly think that you could think of however you want with it, but delisting, holding your asset, right now, let's be honest, people want to make money in NFTs, and it's about making money. So if you can fast track that by delisting and people make money, then the meta has changed. The free mint, you went from the telling a story on Twitter Spaces like Moonrunners. People right now, I feel like they want to hold their bag. They want to make a bag. They want to unite, and they want to, that's what I'm seeing in the current meta. That shit changes every month, every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry about the handful answer.
Nah, it's good. It's good perspective. I like to hear it. It's good. I like our audience to hear, Jennifer and I talk so much, and this is episode, I guess, what is it, 72 right 72? Now? So yeah, can you believe it, man?
Holy,
and we've talked so much, and
thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, we're very proud for sure. We've been grinding.
A lot of content doesn't make it past like 10 episodes.
Yeah, a lot of it, and as I said before, Young's very consistent with his content. Honestly, consistency is key. Like, showing up every, 1 to 2 times a week. We upload, sometimes 3 times a week we upload episodes, and it's like being consistent is most of it. I feel like that's most of it, is just being consistent and showing up and doing the thing. Even if you're not like amazing at it, it's like, just do it. And
that's been huge for us, for sure. We've had amazing guests and we've had awesome collabs. It's been a good run so far.
Where do you guys see the podcast going? I feel like you guys can do this at VCon and set up a station, a traveling bus, or
we actually we had a 5-minute interview with Gary at VCon.
Wow.
In his suite, and we got to interview him for 5 minutes.
Did you ask him any hard-hitting questions, like any juicy ones? Like, okay, I want the juice. Like,
no.
We got kind of nervous, so
okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I mean, my question was, because I was about to do a panel on the main stage, and I was like, trying to be calm and stuff, but I was just kind of asking his advice on that. And then, Michael brought him a gift.
Nice.
What did you bring him again? Like, it was like a football
I brought
card?
him. So we also did a
baseball card.
Football. It was a football card. We did a 5-minute FaceTime also, because I have a FaceTime frog, a V friend. So one of the things we talked about on there was Hugh Douglas, who was an old school New York Jets football player, got traded to the Eagles, became one of my favorite players on the Eagles. And if you know Gary at all, you know how big of a Jets fan he is. So I brought him an autographed Hugh Douglas rookie card from the Jets.
Wow. You're good. Good karma.
Yeah, I thought that was, it's not like $1 million card. Hugh Douglas is kind of a journeyman type of whatever, but it was, I thought it was cool.
Nice and
hopefully he'd remember. It was the thought that counted.
You a Jets fan?
No, I'm an Eagles fan.
Oh, wow.
Don't even disrespect
Fly,
me.
Eagle, fly.
Yeah, fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Let's go. I was at the Super Bowl when we won in 2018.
Hey.
Yeah, at the same stadium as VCon was at in Minneapolis.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I returned to my.
That was surreal. That was a full circle moment.
Yeah, it was. I retook the picture that I took after the game when I threw my hands in the air.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. It was good stuff.
That's fun.
Yep.
Well, we're coming up close on an hour. What other topics do we have?
Let's see. What did I put? I saw Bill Murray bought a cool cat. I love Bill Murray and thought that was cool. And then like 2 days later, he's dropping an NFT project. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Of course.
Right.
You see Kevin Hart and Chris Brown's project failed.
Yeah, and Kevin Hart did the same thing. Kevin Hart, he tweeted, "I'm going really deep down the Web3 rabbit hole." And the first comment I saw was okay, when is the project gonna drop? Somebody wrote, and it was like 4 days later he's dropping. I know. It was like, that's like someone tells him, okay, get into the space, tell people you're in the space, buy an NFT. Another thing I found really interesting, the Tampa Bay Rays, one of their players, Wander Franco, is going to have a bobblehead, but each bobblehead will then be able to be redeemed on candy.com for an NFT, which will then give you a ticket to a future game and other stuff they said they haven't announced yet. But I thought that was really neat that you could, you go to the game, you get the bobblehead, it probably has like a code on it or something, and you can then download that for an NFT. I thought that was really neat and a cool way to use blockchain technology. The Rays can give away as many tickets as they want. They don't get anybody in the stadium, but that's besides the point. What else did I see? As I was reading the news stories, we're at that point where if you Google NFT news, half of them are NFT volume is in the toilet. NFTs are, bubble burst and it's over. Like literally you can see those stories. And it's a shame because, people read it, and those are the things people ask me about when I'm out in public. They say, I heard things are pretty rough, and they are for sure. But I don't know. It was just interesting to see all those stories and read through them a little bit. And did I put anything else on here? I don't think I necessarily put any other stories on there. Anything else you guys have that's been going on? I know I'm not quite as dialed in as I should be. I've been traveling like crazy.
Just seeing GMoney's sellout of his 1,000 curated community.
I didn't even know about that.
Was really inspiring. There were free NFTs.
You're talking about the Admit
tickets.
One? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the floor on those are like 22 ETH.
Yeah.
Just to get into his private Discord of like his ultra like it's essentially the Proof Collective. Kevin Rose, you know, with Moonbirds.
Yep. Right.
He's doing his own thing. You know, GMoney's really connected. He has the Adidas partnership. He is OG Punk.
He's got the CryptoPunk Ape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think, regardless of Yuga, he would have. I don't know. I feel like GMoney and all these OG CryptoPunks would have tried to build something IP around this to make it relevant. But it's nice to see that community is getting rewarded. You know, his NFT should be 22 ETH. You know, like it should be gated because those people. You know, I heard it was like 600 of his 600 from his previous Discord and like 300 from his Wolf Game like community. So that's cool. Jennifer, you could do the same stuff. Like it's wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
GMoney does amazing stuff. He helped set up the Punk's Comic, Adidas, Nike, you know, not Nike, Punk's Comic, Adidas, and Bored Ape Yacht Club, that whole collab that they did. He helped set that up. Yep.
And he was on that Tarantino panel trying to tell,
Did you get an Admit One?
No, dude, I didn't.
Tickets? No, okay.
I didn't.
Yep.
And I'm not about to spend 22 ETH on it.
I know, for sure. I was looking at
that. But there's value in it.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. So one other thing that we do toward the end of our episodes, we go over the NFT collection rankings by sales volume over the last 7 days. We usually run down the top 10. And so is there any other things you guys want to talk about before I do that? I didn't mean to cut you off there, Young.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Awesome. So number one is CryptoPunks, which for the last couple of weeks they have been, and it's actually by a large margin. So CryptoPunks did 27 million in sales, and Bored Apes is number 2, and they did 10 million. So CryptoPunks is really crushing it right now. Yeah. Other Deeds is number 3. So Rare once again is number 4, and that one has. I mean, like we said, we probably should be looking into it, but they were not in the top 10 for a long time, and they've been in there consistently now. And number 4 at 7 million, it's really good volume. Art Blocks is number 5. They had their first curated drop of season 8 this week. So that happened. Mutant Ape Yacht Club is number 6. So Yuga has 4 out of the top 6. 7 and 8, I'm not sure that I've heard of. Super Cool World. I don't know if you guys know that at all. And and Factura by Matthias Isakson. I'm probably going to sound this probably like super popular. And people are like, that's, but never heard of either of those two, just be honest. Number 9 is Bored and Dangerous, which is the Jenkins the Valet book, which I love. I got my 4 free tonight. I was able to mint 4 for free, and it cost $3.08 in gas to mint 4. Wow. Yeah, I know.
That's wild.
Shout out to those new contracts.
Yeah, exactly. The 721As, but that seems to be even like they're doing something good. Their floor is 0.27, so I have 8 of them, and I paid 0.15 for
GG.
4. Yeah, and I got 4 for free. So yeah, I'm loving them right now. I got to read the book. And I'm supposedly on the big poster they made too. I just got to go find myself.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Ooh, superstar. And number 10 is Meebits.
Yeah,
Meebits is up. They're up in volume this week. So yeah, that's the top 10. Young, it was really good chatting with you, man. Maybe we'll do it again sometime. It was a pleasure to meet you and get your perspective and hear from you and stuff.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. I really had a great time. The time just flew, and it's cool when you have 2 APO legends like yourself and Jennifer.
What is APO again? Alpha Plays Only. Oh yeah,
Alpha
Plays Only.
Let's go.
All right. Well, yes. Thank you, Young, so much for coming on the pod. Hopefully, everybody listening to this enjoyed it, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the NFT Catcher podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something new about the exciting world of NFTs. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you really love what you're hearing, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite platform. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and insights from the NFT space, be sure to follow us on all the socials at NFT Catcher Pod. You can follow Jennifer at Jennifer_pseudo and Michael at NFTicket. I'm your producer, Andy, and I'm at AJC254. Our theme song's by It's Just Los. We always appreciate your feedback and support, which helps us reach more people and bring you informative and engaging content about NFTs. We look forward to bringing you more great NFT content in future episodes. Thanks for listening. Peace.